All right. Let's start. We're going to do some breathing, but we're going to do some coherent breathing. So coherent breathing is the inhale for the same amount of time as the exhale. The coherence is in your body so that let's say your brain, your heart, and your guts are all working together. So I'm going to sit on a ball for this. You could be standing up, you could be seated, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to do a little bit of movement with it. So I'm going to inhale for 6 counts with my arms going up, and then exhale for 6 counts with my arms going down. And I'm going to imagine, before we get to that inhaling and exhaling, like my feet are on the floor. Imagine that your feet are just rooting into the earth, and the energy of the earth is coming up through the soles of your feet. Very present here and now in this moment in your body. Exhale everything out. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arms go forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down the same way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Palms down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One on doing each thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming down. Little brain work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other arm doing the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the arms to the back and exhale. Sorry, you're going to inhale in. Sorry, got all excited there. So you're going to inhale as you round your back, and then you're going to exhale as you push back. So we're inhaling into the back body, into our lungs. There's more lung space on the back body in the front anyway, but somehow it always feels good to inhale as we're opening the front. But we're going to do the opposite for right now. So deep breath in as you close your arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, open your back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay there. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale as you open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Just shake it out. I'm going to bounce on my ball for a second. Shake, bounce. If you don't have a physio ball, it's worth having one. Just bouncing like this. Like if you eat a meal, I was just listening to something on Instagram, Huberman talking to a woman who's clearly a scientist or doctor, and they were saying that your glucose levels drop by 30% if you go for a walk after you eat a meal. But it could also be a dance around the kitchen. It could also be bouncing on the ball. What you're doing is just inviting your system to be alive and moving, right? So anytime when we've eaten a bunch of food, if we just sit still, we kind of want to sit still and do nothing. We are actually dropping our body out of that capacity to process that glucose better. Just just thinking about that. Movement isn't something we want to do once a day for 45 minutes. It's something we want to do regularly throughout the day. Spiraling, twisting, looking around behind you. Yeah, so it could be a short walk around the block, 10-minute walk, or it could be a dance party in the kitchen, or it could be some bouncing on a physio ball. Get your body moving, especially after eating. There's so much that we can do just to be healthier. And it's all within our hands. It says we don't have to take a bunch of drugs. We just need to listen and work with our body. Like the functional medicine approach is really, really good so that we don't get the sicknesses, so that we can avoid things. I mean, some things because of our environment, because of whatever we, come up from, may be sort of unavoidable, but we can certainly give ourselves extra boost of resilience by doing these practices. Movement. All right, let's take it into just a side, big side step and an arm circle. Big side step. I'm really pushing off that leg, off the leg, off the leg. So in my Zoom room today, I have a couple of people, and one of them is my good friend Georgina Aragon, another friend, Catherine, who lives on Long Island. And me and Georgina were on Long Island doing a team building event. And one of the events that we did, one of the challenges was a forearm plank endurance challenge. And there was probably about 30 people, maybe about 20 of them did this challenge. The ones who won were two women, and they were at about 3 minutes and 20 seconds when they were the clear winners. It was done, and they were on the same team, so they didn't have to compete against each other. Let's go contralateral movement. You're gonna hit your hand to your knee. So after that, I was like, how long could I hold out that challenge? So the next morning when I got up, I did a 2-minute plank, a 2-minute forearm plank, just to check it out. And I was like, oh, totally fine, not sore from it. I didn't want to like crash myself. So I didn't want to try the hardest thing. I wanted to do something manageable. But sometimes just, a still position, holding a still position is great. This contralateral movement, good for your nervous system, cross body movement. Let's take it to the back. Touch your foot if you can. Cross your body. So there's so many things that we can be working in movement. Strength, agility, coordination, kind of like agility, but kind of different. Flexibility, mobility. All of these things are just slightly different things to train. And we could be working with rhythm and coordination, right? We just did that for the beginning. The 6-count inhale, 6-count exhale, working with rhythm. So we're going to add another rhythm one because I love this. But the problem is in my house, let me change it to original sound. There we go. Maybe you'll hear it now. We're going to do a step clap. So this is for your brain and for your rhythm. It's going to be step, clap, step, clap, step, clap, step, clap. Make it as exciting as you want with your hips. Step, clap, 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 step, clap. Just keep going. There was in Kingston last night, there was a honky tonk band at the VFW. They had like people who were massive stars in life playing along with them. Shake it out, let it go. But there was one song that really had that rhythm, that and I was like, yes, it's my rhythm. Anyway, Kingston's kind of amazing. Yeah, and there were tons of people there. Not tons, it wasn't that crowd, but people dancing, everything. I did a ton of dancing with both men and women, partnering in many different styles. Like technically it should be a two-step. It's mostly country dancing, but there's swing dancers there, jive, rock and roll, it's all happening. Oh, side, side. Let your head go off vertical. So, I mean, to me, all of the body practices, well, really all of the, not just the body practices like meditation, which for me, that's a body practice too. But all of these practices are to bring more vitality into my life, right? So that I feel alive, engaged, energized, participatory. And also, I know when I need to rest, right? I'm connecting into my own physical reality. Let's circle the whole way around. Take it to the side, open it up, circling around. Big port de bras. So that kind of like step clap is going to upregulate you. It's going to give you energy and upregulate. Upregulation, feeling good is excitement. Upregulation, when it doesn't feel good, is anxiety, right? Downregulation, when it feels good, is relaxed and calm. Rest, digest, soothe, and settle. When it doesn't feel good, it's depression, right? So it's like there's a healthy version of it, and then there's a version that maybe isn't the most helpful or healthy. All right, let's come in circles with your gut body. Or you could think of this diaphragm area as being the part that's sliding around over your guts. So we're moving our head, our ribs, our pelvis, and everything in between. Change direction. When we have excess tension and we're sort of gripping and holding and trying to keep it all together, we're often blocking a lot of our own energy, our own life force. And what would happen if we really freed up that energy and if our life was really coasting along in the directions that we wanted it to? Of course, things are going to happen. Let's just do a quick roll from side to side. Of course, like stuff is going to happen. Life is going to happen. Life is sometimes the hard stuff, sometimes the fun stuff, sometimes the good stuff. And sometimes something that feels kind of bad at the time turns out to be something good in a minute. We keep shifting and changing. So being able to adapt and adjust to what's going on is and not get too bogged down is really helpful. All right, non-dominant leg goes in front, whichever one feels the most awkward. Side stretch. And having said that, also there are times where we just have to give in and rest or do nothing or hide in our bedrooms or whatever it is. Sometimes that's what is happening. And then we got to be accepting of ourselves and our situation. Take it to the side and forward and around and inhale, open. And yeah, sometimes things in the outer world are happening that are really challenging for us. That is part of the life too, right? That is part of life happening, life unfolding. Squeaky Deaky is back there making a lot of noise. And this time let's just spiral, twisting, looking around one way and then the other. There's a line. I'm sure that this line is in different things, but it's on a Meat Puppets album, and I think it's Tesco V says, it's better to regret something you have done than to regret something you haven't done. And it's like if I don't say yes to things, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do that. If you have a strong no, then make it a no. But if it's kind of like maybe I want to do it, but I'm not sure, then do it. Knees into your chest. Take a chance. Take a risk. Spiraling. Head is going to go away from your knees. And also take all of my advice with a grain of salt. I'm just spouting away here. And then if you want to try it with straight legs, go for it. And then come in, take your hands behind your knees and just roll back and forth, rolling through your spine, massaging through your back. Squeaky. Squeaky deeks. Come here. Take our hands on the floor. You're going to inhale, press up, and exhale, butt towards the floor. Inhale, push through. Exhale. Inhale, open the front of your body. Exhale, especially the front of your hip flexors, hamstrings, and back pushing up. If you want to swing this back, go for it. So it can swing through and come back. Inhale, exhale. Use your breath. Find a rhythm. Two more. Go up and stay pulsing. And relax. Come down. Take it into the floor. Draw your knees into your chest. You can push with your knees and just lengthen out your wrists. So I'm just hooking my fingers over my knees, clawing, and then pulling. So I'm elongating my wrist. All of that was just in that position is now getting lengthened out. And then I'm going to keep my knees together and make circles with my knees, letting that massage through my lower back. Massaging, relaxing, softening, and then change direction, go the other way. Breathing into it. And then outward circles with your legs, lubricating up those hip sockets, and inward circles. And then legs up to the ceiling, circles, big or small. Work with a range of motion that feels good to you. I'm going to let my butt peel up off the floor, take my feet a little further up, and then open. But you could also make these much smaller. They could just be up to the ceiling. This is also very acceptable. Work with what feels right to you. If you're having a lot of popping and clicking in your hip sockets, two things you can think about. I'm going to flex and change direction, but I'm going to keep this small for a minute. You can either think about your leg really nestling down into the socket, elongating the leg as much as you can. So I'm flexed and going the other direction. I'm thinking of drawing my leg into the socket. Or you can think of lengthening your leg out of the socket. So it's like either you're nestling it in energetically or you're reaching it out. One of those should change the way that if you're popping and clicking, that's doing it. So either draw it in or lengthen it out. There's one more thing. You can also play with rotating your legs a little bit more. So turning out, especially in that circle. I'm going parallel here and then turned out back to parallel. Getting bigger if that feels good. Two more. Good. Lower it down. Open your feet wider than your sticky mat. Just take a second to descend into the floor. right? Descend into the ground, descend into the earth. Nothing to pick up, hold up, contract, just relax, melt into the floor. Let the earth receive you. Don't hold away from it. Connect the energy of your body with the energy of the earth. And then internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in, breathing. The energy of the earth, the bubble of the air surrounding the earth, right? The atmosphere inside the ozone layer. We are all breathing the same air. We are all drinking the same water that cycles through, right? Through the rain, through the springs inside the earth, through our bodies. If you want to take this down and hook it, go for it. Flip it over, other side. Not flip it over, just go to the other side. Then we're going to do just a little bit more mobility-based work. So you're going to draw your knees in, roll onto your side, take your top knee behind the bottom knee, and come to sit. You're going to take it down. This hand that's close to the ground is going to slide under. This hand gives me an assist, and I roll to the other side, and then I sit up. Bottom hand slides under next to my knee. This hand touches the ground. I roll across, massaging through my back, pouring myself into the floor, rolling to the other side, and coming up. How we get from here to there in our body, in our movement, the transitions from this to that are maybe, well, in my opinion, they're way more important than the this and the that, right? Just getting down. Most of our time, we're moving between things, whether it's thoughts, places, points in time. All right, let's change this and come onto our hands and knees. And let's do a plank and see. We'll probably just go for a 30-second plank. So I'm timing it. See how the 30-second plank goes for you. Get into your forearm plank. Ready, set, go. Pushing the floor away with your arms, reaching through your heels. Just breathing into it. Think pleasant thoughts. If it's too much, put your knees down. Almost there. Boom, 30 seconds. Wasn't that big of a deal. Take a little break. We're going to come onto our side plank. Let's go for 30 seconds on the side plank. Here you go. Pushing the floor away. Elongate head to feet. Whole body lengthening out. Breathing into it. "20 seconds. 30 seconds. Flip it to the other side. Same thing. So Buddy, one of the dancers who was working this gig on the beach, talked about the plank challenge. He went to Juilliard and he said that at Juilliard, one of the teachers made them do, like they had to be able to do a minimum of a 3-minute forearm plank, a minute for each side plank. So Juilliard for dance. And take it down. That's 30 seconds. So just feeling into it. Sometimes just holding a position is the thing to do, right? Oh, building strength right there. Hold on. I just got to see what's going on with this cat who is, it's really about attention. Where did he go? Squeaky. But I'm up. So let's do something up. Let's do a 30-second plie in second position. So taking it down, knees over your toes, just holding the space, breathe into it. Do less if you need to. Feet are knees over the toes, turn out however much feels good. Back of the body and the front of the body working together. So my butt and my knees are working together to hold my turnout. We're at 20 seconds, breathing. 28, 29, 30. Boom. Take it back down to the floor. Okay, that's it for my measuring of time with these things. I had a friend, a yoga teacher, Tobias Fields, who used to do most stretches for like a minute. It was usually like, let's do this stretch for a minute, that stretch for a minute. Let's come back onto our sides, but all the way down. Both legs straight down below you. You're going to rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out. Flex, up, point down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Legs 2 inches in front of you. You're going to take one arm forward, your leg back. This hand's going to go down. We're going to go in opposition, upper versus lower, getting a nice spiral through our body. 2. I'm going to count. 3, 4, 5. Reaching into the back space. 6. Touching the plants if you have any. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Reach into the back space, reach into the front space, circles in the back space. Flex your foot, go the other way. Bend your knee, heel towards your butt, internal rotation, and then maybe a tiny bit of external rotation. I'm turning in, letting it go. Good, and let it release, roll onto your back. Cross that leg that was working over the other one. Let's go knee over knee. Pick up your legs, grab your ankles, draw it in towards you. You can curl into a ball, or you can be down here. Feel like with your legs, heels by your hips. Feel what feels good to you. You can move a little bit between those places, finding the stretch that's working for you. Breathe. And release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And flip it over to the other side. Down on your other side. Legs are straight down below you. You're going to rotate in, rotate out, rotate in, rotate out. Turn it in, turn it out, turn it in, turn it out. 2 more, in and out. Last one, in and out. Flex the top foot up behind your shoulder for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take it into the front space. Top arm forward, leg back, opposition. 1, 2, 3, 4, spiraling your body. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And bend your knee. Oh, sorry, circles. I've been listening to the cat, which is totally distracting. Circles in one direction, pointed, and flex, change direction. And then come in, bend your knee, a little bit of internal and external rotation in the hip socket. Getting the layers of fascia and muscle to slide and glide around a little bit. Also, inside the actual joint, just increasing the production of synovial fluid, which is the fluid that lubricates your joint. And it's a move it or lose it situation, right? Our bodies adapt to what we ask of them, to what we do. All right, let's take it into that same leg crossed over. Draw it in towards you, breathe, relax. And then release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Hit the back of your calves, give them a little whack. I have been finding that nearly every night, especially my right calf, at some point in the night, like cramps up. So I'm wondering what I am missing in terms of minerals and electrolytes and all that kind of stuff. Or if this is just what happens when you get older. A lot of times people say, oh, that's just what happens when you get older. But it really also depends on how we treat our bodies and what we're doing with our body. All right, let's do some downward dog. Taking it, I'm wearing the shorts again. Decided that they're totally fine for working out. Taking it into a downward dog, bend one knee, bend the other. We're going to circle the leg. So you're going to take it as high as it can go, open it out to the side. See if you can bring it up to your hand. Lift as high as it can go and drop it down. Up, taking it forward, shift your weight forward. Lift it up as high as you can and lower down. Up, circling it out to the side, bringing it forward. Push and take it down. 2 more. Squeaky, come here. He's just been talking nonstop. Switch it to the other side. We're going for like 6 on each side. One more. That was harder than I planned, at least for me. Like my all red, all the blood coming to my head. All right, coming up onto your knees, we're going to do this. Curl your toes under, just shift your weight back, take it forward. Tops of the feet, shift it back, take it forward. Toes curl under, lean back, forward. Tops of the feet, take it back and forward. Toes curl, take it back, forward. Tops of the feet, take it back, forward. We're going to change it. Toes curl, sit bones to heels, press it up. Tops of the feet, sit bones to heels, press it up. Curl your toes, take it back, up. Tops of the feet, down, up, toes, back, up, tops of the feet, down. And take this to hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Pop your knees off, or don't. You can also just stay here. arching and curling just off the floor. Arch and curl, arch and curl, arch and curl. One more. Relax. Breathe. Let's take a ripple through your spine from your tail to your head. So it's like a little wave of movement. Then you can go from your head back to your tail. So tail through the ribs, shoulders, head and neck, head, shoulders, lengthen, tail. Wave goes up the body, elongate. Wave goes down the body, elongate. Wave goes up, elongate, wave goes down. Or it's just a cat-cow. If that's all for now, that's fine too. Let's take a circle inside of your arms. This can also have a wave through your spine. It doesn't have to be big. We're just sending movement as we circle. My arms are straight. I'm mobilizing my scapula. Change direction. Last one. Good. And coming in. We're gonna end a little early. Walk your butt from side to side. Take it into a forward fold. Let go. Breathe into it. If you have a hard time getting forward, bend your knees and round your spine. If you fold forward very easily, try rounding your spine also. So we want to be able to have flexibility this way as well as in the hamstrings and hips. There's a good chance if your hamstrings are very open that your shoulders and neck are probably pretty tight. The people who are like trying so hard to get there from here are probably more open up there, but tighter down here. So we want to try both ways, this way and this way. Maybe a little micro movement in each of those positions, wiggling around, letting the tissue adjust, letting the hydration inside your body adjust. And let's take it onto your legs, opening your feet wide. Let your head hang down. Just shift your weight from side to side, bend one knee, then the other. It's so hot and humid. Well, we're still in this heat wave where apparently the heat broke yesterday, which means that it like went down to 70 in the night. We had a rain thunderstorm, but it's still really, really humid and hot. I'm sweating. Inhale, open, reach it out and up. Exhale, shake and bounce, shake and bounce, shake and bounce. Let it go. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let it go. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake it out, man. Shake it out. And that is it. So, TV Land people, if you are ever on this, feel free to like and subscribe. It actually